Hi and welcome. In this video, we are going to discuss about max question from June Cookoff. Fine. The question says chef has a sequence of integers from a1 to an. He wants to choose some elements of this particular sequence, possibly none or all of them, and compute their max. Okay. Now, what is max? Fine. So, given any set, whichever is the smallest element missing in that set. Okay, smallest element missing in that particular given sequence of elements. No, it can be repeated, it can be non-repeated. Fine, whichever is the smallest element missing is max. Okay, a simple straightforward definition. Whichever is the smallest missing element is max. Fine. Now help chef find the largest number of elements of sequence A that he can choose such that their max equals to the given value of m. M value is given. We need to choose such numbers. It can be contiguous, it can be non-contiguous, no matter. But we just need to choose such numbers, largest number of such elements, such that their max becomes m. Fine. Now, before going to any of this, let's discuss more about max. Let's take some examples to understand max better. Okay, how we can calculate max with different examples. Fine. So let's see that. Let's suppose we have 10 elements and the elements are 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So in this particular given set of elements, okay, which is the smallest element which is missing? We do not include 0 here in the question. So which is missing? It is nothing but 2. See, 2 is missing. So the max for this particular question is nothing but, for this particular set is nothing but 2. Fine. Let's suppose we have a 5 length array. So it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. So which is the smallest element that is missing in this question? So the smallest elements that are missing are 1 and 2, smaller elements. But from 1 and 2 also, which is smallest, it is nothing but 1. So max in this particular example is nothing but 1. Okay, the smallest element that is missing from the given set of elements is nothing but our max. So let's suppose we have 5 again. So it is 1, 2, 2, 2, 4. Fine. So which is the smallest number that is missing? It is nothing but 3 is missing. So therefore the max is here is nothing but 3. Okay, let's take one more. So let's take 4, 5, 2, 1, 3. So it is actually nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you sort it. So the smallest number that is missing in this particular case is nothing but 6. Just this is nothing but a value that is nothing but 6 is missing, correct? So smallest number that is missing, 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there, 6 is missing. Fine. Let's suppose we have one more. 1, 5, the size 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is the smallest number that is missing. We are missing 2, 3, 4 and 5. From this smaller is 6, smallest is 6. So the max for this particular array is nothing but 2. Fine. So this is how, this is what max is. MEX, max, not MAX, MEX. This is what max is. Fine. Now from in the question what they're asking is, with these examples they have also given us some m values. Okay, they have also given us some m values and we need to find the length of the elements that we can choose, the number of the elements that we can choose such that the max becomes this particular m. Okay, and if we cannot find such elements, such numbers, so we have to print -1 in that particular case. Fine. So let's now discuss the problem statement. The problem, I think the max is clear what max is. Fine. So let's discuss the problem statement with some more test cases. Okay, so the given n value is nothing but 10. These are the given elements. Let's say an m value is 2. We need to count how many numbers we can choose such that the max becomes 2. So the current max of this particular array element we have already calculated. Current max is nothing but 2 and m also is 2. So they are matching. Here they are both equal with each other. So we can select all the elements directly. We can select all the 10 elements and the answer becomes 10. We are selecting 10 elements. So see, this is a trivial case here. So the current max is 2 and m is also they are saying is 2. So that means 2 is missing from this particular array, and if we select all the elements, the max is nothing but 2, which is matching with our m value. So all the 10 are there. So no issue with this particular case. Fine. So let's take another one. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. So in this particular scenario, 2 is we have calculated the current max, which is nothing but 1. Fine. So which number should we choose such that the max becomes 2? So if we just choose 3, if we just choose in the set 3, what is the max here? The max is nothing but 1. the minimum element missing. If we just choose 4, again the max is nothing but 1, the minimum element missing. Same for all the single element cases. If we choose 3 4, what is the minimum element that is missing? Again a 1. What is a 3 4 5? Minimum element missing is again a 1. So you choose any set, the minimum element missing in this particular case is 1, that is nothing our current max. You cannot choose a set such that the minimum element missing becomes 2. For the minimum element to be missing and the answer to be 2, we at least need 1 in our array. For let's say m value is k, so for k to be the max, all the elements less than k should be present in the array first of all, correct? If all the elements less than k is not present in the array, then they will become max, whichever is missing. Fine. For example, if we have 3, so for 3 to be the max, 1 and 2 should be present in the array, otherwise 1 or 2 will be the answer among one of them, whichever is not present. Fine. If we have 1 2 3 5 and 6, now 3 is the answer, but if I remove 2 from here, okay, and now I'll tell you what is the max. The max is nothing but 2, because the smallest element missing is nothing but 2. Fine. So understand this point here, that what we are doing is, if m value is k, then all the value less than k should be present in our array such that the max can become k. Okay, if all the elements less than k is not present in the array, then obviously that k cannot become our max. Fine. So in this particular scenario, the current max was 1 and the max that we need was 2. The max that we need was 2. Now current max equals to 1 means 1 is missing in the array and 1 is less than 2. So there is no case, there is no number of elements that you can choose to make 2 as the max. 1 will always be the max because 1 is missing in the array and 1 is less than 2. Same case here. So in this particular case, if the current max that we are having is less than 2, is less than the max that we need, so in that particular case we need to print -1. It is not possible to choose such numbers, because always current max, that is nothing but our 1 or whatever the current max value will be, is the max that we will be having. Fine. So understand this point really clearly. This is a property of max. If max needs to be k, then all the elements less than k should be present in the array. Fine. If it is not present, then max cannot be k. Okay, one of the elements which is missing less than k will be the answer. Fine. So if the current max is less than our desired max m value, that means we need to print -1 in that particular scenario. Fine. And we have also seen a case when the current max, trivial case, when the current max equals to max. In that particular case, the whole array current max is 2 and m also we need 2, so we will print n value. That is nothing but we will print n as the answer. The whole array is the answer. Fine. Let's take more test cases. Let's take 5 3 1 2 2 2 4. Now here we are taking a repeated element case. Fine. What is the current max? Current max is 3. What is the max that we need? It is also 3. So therefore the answer is direct. The answer is 5 here. There is nothing to think about this one. Okay. Now if we take 5 5, okay, 4 5 2 1 3. Okay, the array can be sorted. Array can have multiple elements. Array can have unique elements. They can be anything. Simply sorted, we can easily find our current max. So the current max is, in this particular case, is 6, and the max that they need is 5. Now this is a new case that we are occurring. Till now we have seen the current max equals to m, and the current max is less than m. What if the current max is greater than m? Then what we will do? Now in this case, the current max is greater than m, 6 is greater than 5. So what should be the answer in that particular case? If we just do it directly, for 5 to be the max, for k to be the max, we need to choose all the elements that are less than k. Understanding this? For k to be the max, we need to choose all the elements that are less than k. For 5 to be the max, we need to choose all the elements that are less than 5. Okay, so we are choosing all the elements that are less than 5, which is nothing but 1 2 3 4. So 4 elements are chosen, so the answer is nothing but 4. Fine. So if current max is greater than max, in that particular scenario we can simply choose all the elements which are less than k, and all the elements also, we will see one more case now, where it is not that we should only choose the elements that are less than k, we can also choose the elements that are greater than k. Now let's see that particular scenario. Okay, for example, let's have the value the same but increase it. So let's have 1 2 3 4 5 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, and m value is nothing but 5. Fine. So let's say 6 is not here. So what is the current max? So the current max of this particular question, current max is nothing but 6, and the max that we need is 5. So the current max is greater than max. So in that particular case, we have to It is not a choice. We have to select all the elements that are less than the max that we need, that is nothing but less than 5. We have to select all these 4 elements in our answer. So 4 is definitely there. Okay, now there is a choice. We can select 7, 8, 9 and 10. You add it, the max will not change. Only the lesser elements affect max. So you add 7, make it 5, the length increases, the max is not changing. Okay, now also for the set 1 2 3 4 7, the minimum element that is missing is 5 that we need. Okay, you add 8 into this set, again the minimum element is 5, we have increased the length by 6. You add 9 into the set, again the minimum element missing is 5, max is 5, so length increased by 7. You add 10, the same, length increased by 8. We need to find the maximum length. Okay, so all the elements that are less than m should definitely be there, and all the elements greater than m should also be selected, because in this particular question we need the maximum length. Okay, therefore we are selecting it. If we are talking about the max property, in that particular scenario it is definitely needed, and these are the options. Greater than are the options, and the less than are definitely needed. If you just do not choose any value that is less than this, if you just remove 3, now in this particular scenario the answer is, the max is not 5, the max is 3. So all the lesser elements are definitely needed, and they are the options. But in this question, because we need the maximum length as the answer, we will select all the elements that are less than m and all the elements that are greater than m. So what do we not select? We are not selecting all the elements that are equal to m. Fine, we are only not selecting this. So in the case when the current max is greater than our max, we are not selecting the elements only that is nothing but which are equal to m. So what we can do, either you can create a frequency array, or you can simply run a loop from I equals to 0 to n minus 1, and if the element is equal to m, do not increment the count, and if the element is not equal to m, increment the count, or increment the result, count plus plus, and finally print it. Fine. So now we have discussed 3 cases in this particular question. The first case was when the current max equals to max. So in this particular scenario we can directly print n, that is the length of the array, as the answer. When the current max was less than the max, in this particular scenario the answer is -1 directly. Okay, and the third is when current max is greater than the max. Here we need to run a loop for any loop, or you can create a frequency array. Okay, and what we need to do, we just need to not count the values that are equal to m, and we need to count rest all the values and print that as the result. So there are 3 cases. In all the 3 cases, the first condition is we need to calculate current max. Fine. Now how to calculate current max? This is nothing but a prerequisite, but I am just briefing you through it. So just sort the array. Fine. Initialize any variable value by 1. Now just run a loop. Simple. Because we have sorted the array, they are already sorted. So let's say we have 1 2 3 5. Fine. So array element is equal to 1. Yes, it is. So it is present. Increment j. Okay, now array element I, increment I also in a loop. So and index 1 is equal to j. Yes, it is. No issue. Increment j. Equal to j. No issue. Increment j. Now 4 is here, but the j, now we have 5 as a value, but the j is 4. That means 4 is missing. Now in any case when array of I is greater than our j, okay, that means we found that our current max is nothing but j, that is j is missing in our array, and we will break the loop. Fine. So this is the algorithm for it. Just sort the array and run a linear search in the array and find the element which is missing. That's it. That's the answer. Fine. Now just find the missing element in the linear search. Okay. Now second thing, and whenever you find the first missing element, just break the loop. Now second thing, what if there is no missing element? 1 2 3 4 5 and 5. So there in this case there is no missing element. We run the loop and we reach I equal to n, and also the current max is still 0, whatever the initialized value was. So if this condition is true after the loop is over, so the current max will become the last element present in the array plus 1. So last element was 5 plus 1 is 6, so the current max will be 6. Okay, so all the elements are present, so the next element which is not present is nothing but last element plus 1 in a sorted array. So therefore we are sorting in the beginning. Fine. So first what we are going to do, we are going to find the current max, then we are going to apply this if else condition. Okay, and finally going to print the answer. So this was the logic building part for this particular question. We took some test cases, and using those test cases we created these 3 these 3 conditions. In all of them we needed current max, so we got an algorithm to calculate our current max and finally use this current max in these 3 cases. Fine. Okay, let's see the implementation. So let's see the implementation. we are taking t as the input, then we are taking n and m as the input, then we are taking our array as the input. Current max initially is 0, we sort the array, j value equals to 1, I is initialized for the loop. Fine. Now we are just finding the first missing element in the array. Whenever we find the first missing element, we just simply break the loop. Fine. Else j plus plus. Now if we reach the end, that is I equal to n, and the current max is not updated, that means all the elements in the array are in a sequence, nothing is missing. The next element is nothing but our max, so therefore array of n minus 1 plus 1 is the current max. Now the conditions: if the current max is less than max, the m that we need minus 1. If the current max is equal to m that we need, simply print n. Else just count the number of elements which is not equal to m. Okay, and finally print that number of elements as the result. Okay, so this is the implementation for the particular question. Thank you.